Karen LeBlanc is at the 10th anniversary of the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Let's hear from her now.
I'm in downtown Natchitoches at the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame and History Museum, and this is a big weekend. Come on in and I'll show you why.
Welcome to our Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Museum.
Well, what a great time for us to be here because you just updated your exhibit with memorabilia from the 2023 Sports Hall of Fame inductees.
Correct.
This is an amazing opportunity for people to get an up-close look at some of the personal effects and belongings of these greats.
So we have 10 inductees this year, and we have 2 writers coming in. So we have packed cases this year. Of course, Eli Manning, probably one of our best-known inductees this year. His father, Archie, is already inducted, and Peyton was inducted in 2019. So we have his Newman jacket and his helmet from his Ole Miss days. So it'll be exciting to meet him. We have Ron Washington, the Wash, who's baseball coach and manager. And I love it because we got bobbleheads from him. The exhibit is not just about items on display, it's about telling their stories. So we try to tell the stories of their lives and sort of what led them through to become the greats that they became.
So I'm curious, tell me the process of trying to collect and curate all this. I mean, That's quite a process, right?
It is a process. We get the list of names from the Hall of Fame, who the sports writers induct everybody. And as soon as we get that list, and usually September, October of the year before, we start getting contact information and start calling and emailing and reaching out. It is quite a several months process.
So what strikes me as we walk through, yes, there are sports memorabilia items, but there's some poignant personal effects too, right?
Correct. Like I said, we want to tell their stories and what got them to this induction. And one of the ones for this year that is very touching is Walter Imahara. Again, he's our first weightlifter. But when he was a child, his family had to go to the Japanese internment camps. That was the document that was posted that they had to report to the internment camp. And he remembers that time of being in that camp. And then eventually he wound up serving in the armed forces, as you can see by his uniform. So again, it's not just items in a case, it's items that we can talk about.
Okay, you're in luck. The last of the memorabilia has arrived with one of our inductees. This is Paul Berg. You may remember him. He was the pitcher for the LSU baseball team, a major leaguer. And Paul, what you got for us?
I got some cool stuff. They wanted me to mail it, and I was like, I can't do that. This is like signed by my World Series team. This is the first College World Series at LSU. So this is pretty cool. This is the Braves World Series champions ring that was just 2 years ago, and just some neat stuff and some jerseys, and we got an Emmy Award in here, which is not a big deal, but sort of a big deal. I don't know.
I think that's a big deal.
Like you, I just went to LSU, took some broadcasting classes, and when my career was over, I did some of that. So it's been neat to see my career and how much the state of Louisiana has meant to me. I've never been to Natchitoches before, so just being downtown, seeing the river, knowing what a big deal this is. It's certainly a big deal for me, but just people in this town and around the state, I'm so excited for the weekend.
So I got to ask you, having curated this exhibit as well as most of the museum, do you have a memorabilia item on your wish list?
Well, I mentioned how the championship rings I love, and we have not had a Super Bowl ring. That would be something great to have. Now, we've had some Olympic medals. We had like Venus Lacey's gold medal for basketball, and the gold medals are always great too, but yes, a Super Bowl ring would be great.
And this is just one of the many events and activities leading up to Louisiana's biggest night in sports, which you can watch live streaming on lpd.org/sports at 7 p.m. Saturday night. Meet the inductees, hear their stories, and join us.